Alrighty then, good evening everyone and welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Gatewalkers. This is a TTRPG, a role-playing game in which I take on the role of the Game Master, Storyteller, NPCs, and Consequence Doler of all the things that happen in our adventure. These amazing Patreons are my players that take on the role of the protagonists of this grand tale. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
It is so good to be here with you guys all, and yeah, I'm very, very keen to keep us going in this adventure. Now, for those of you who don't know what the adventure is, Gatewalker is a Pathfinder or Paizo published adventure in which a group of individuals who had 8 months ago found a large portal that depicted the something that the group desired, something that they sought after more than anything else, lured them into this portal, and they disappeared for 8 months. After 8 months, they returned with no memories and now are on a quest to try and uncover what happened within the gates known as the Ayodara. So that is the adventure. That's what we're doing. Now, before we kick off the adventure today, we have some people to thank. So starting off with none other than the members and the people within the LGBTIQA community. We would like to thank you guys and honor you guys for Pride Month because you guys are amazing. You guys are the linchpin of so many creative industries, and the TTRPG industry is not what it would be without your contributions to writers, to art, to design, to roleplay. I have learned so much from the community, from how I have grown as a creator, and I would like to, on behalf of the Dead Aussie Gamer channel and what we do here, offer my honor and thanks and happy celebration to all those members of the Pride community. There is much love in the world, and it belongs with you guys this month. So yay! Big loves. Next, of course, we have our sponsors, such as Hero Forge, which we use for our lovely artwork that you can see. All the character tokens are done in Hero Forge, as well as on Hero Forge you can have models printed of your characters into 3D amazing things that you can have. You can play with them, and you can do this. You can make a chessboard of all your D&D characters and use them to, like, you know, haha, I killed Neil. Neil's just like 8 pawns, you know. Just with how many characters he'll go through. Yeah, or Marcus. You know, that'll be at one side of the board. It'll just be all of Marcus's characters as the pawns, and then the other side will be all of Neil's characters as a pawn. And then they just keep taking them off the board.
Marcus versus Neil.
Yeah, that's basically it. Anyway.
Gosh.
Yeah, no, guys, but seriously, Hero Forge is also a great way to therapeutically try and process and go through your character, whether it's aesthetic design, stuff like that. I've always found that visualizing my characters in Hero Forge has helped a tremendous amount. So yeah, go check out Hero Forge. Full of wonderful and amazing things there. Next up, of course, we'd like to thank Sirenscape for the beautiful sound effects that we have over the course of our amazing game. We have a huge and robust library of amazing sounds, such as the infamous and dreaded sounds of the Catoblepus, which sounds like this. There it goes. And hear it again.
I don't want to hear that in the dark.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nasty. Yeah, Catoblepus. If you don't know what that is,
you want to hear it in the day.
You want to hear it in the day? Okay, here's it in the day. Yes, and of course, confronting a Catoblepus would never be fully complete without some confrontational music. As the Catoblepus approaches you with its very distinguished and very noteworthy features, it gazes at you with what you presume is the right amount of eyes for a Catoblepus. It stands the exact height of an adult Catoblepus and looks at you with a desire that only a Catoblepus would know. Have you figured out what the creature is yet? Good.
Can Viv have a Catoblepus as a pet?
Maybe. It opens its mouth and unleashes its foul Catoblepus breath. And there you go. So this and many more sound effects are available at Sirenscape if you want to bring to life encounters that may or may not make sense. Yes, by the way, a catoblepus is like kind of like I guess it's a cross between like it's a herd animal, so it's kind of like a cloven-hoofed, large, almost bovine creature with a very, very long neck. Not upright, but like leaning forward. It is usually covered in thick vegetation, like moss or algae or something like that, and it has ridges of these barky-like spines that run along its back. It also does have a pair of digging horns for rooting through the mud, and a large muzzle that it breathes out a caustic breath. They traditionally hang around in swamps and are normally not very hostile, but in particular seasons, much like deers have their rut season, they will become quite aggressive. So, there you go. Catoblepus. For those of you DMs who want different encounters, Sirenscape has sound effects for them.
It looks horrendous. I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking weird. It's a weird-ass fucking thing. But yeah. Then, of course, we have our last but not least sponsor, and that is, of course, none other than Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. Behold, all the pretty things, all the dice, and all the stuff that happens in our game, it comes courtesy of Fantasy Grounds. And, of course, every chance we get, we apply more and more of our Pathfinder books to the archive that is our Fantasy Grounds system that allows my players to focus on what's truly important, and that is, of course, role-playing. So, thank you, Fantasy Grounds, for that. Now, before we kick off, let's now take a moment to get to know the characters that we are going to be seeing today, starting with none other than our wonderful and amazing Lushara, played by the incredible OG Lava Kitten.
Hello. Yes, I'm playing as Lushara and her companion Magnus and Monty the bunny that we're still carrying around. But we're out here in this kind of really depressing town and hoping to find answers to Kaneepo.
Indeed. I'm actually I'm ever since you've made Monty the cat, I wanted to make a wizard with a familiar that's Monty the python, and I'm a wizard who compels people to do silly walks.
Nice.
One day he will be a character.
You can thank Christina for the name of the rabbit we picked up.
Christina!
Thanks, Christina.
Thank you, Christina. There you go. All right, next up, playing the role of the mighty Bilrotar is none other than the even more mighty Schoolie.
Hello. Yes, the gruff Bilrotar, who pretty much upon entering this and heard that there was a pub, went straight to the pub to drink. Left everyone behind, just went to the pub.
Yep, and he's still not sober.
Nope.
He hasn't come down yet. He's just going to wake up in the pub and just go, where the bloody hell am I?
We're doing what?
I'm fairly sure I went to bed in Rahadoom. What the hell am I doing in the River Kingdoms? Who put me on a boat? Anyway, yeah. Oh, man, that'd be so much fun playing someone just on this, like, massive bender, like, hangover. And he just needs to find where... And all he needs to do is find where he left his horse. Like, that's the whole quest. His quest is where they parked me horse. Oh, me dad's gonna be so mad I borrowed the horse. Have you seen this horse? Just can't say no posters. Second character, done. I'm nailing all these ones. These ones are now on the idea board. All right. Speaking of characters, let's now introduce Neil from Immersion Diversion, playing the role of Arsini, a undead who is not a big sack of flour.
Yeah, I am indeed a sorcerer who is who wishes to be a bard. But so he just not a magical bard, just a singy bard. And play a music-y bard. But yeah, trying to find out what happened, how we became undead, because he used to be human. Yeah.
Yep. Good quest. Why am I dead? Next, joining us with the ranger elf Aelith is none other than our wonderful friend and lover of all things furry. We have the amazing and wonderful Jen.
Hello. I play Aelith, the ranger, and I think I've become an unofficial protector of the group, considering how I came in. And yeah, just trying to find answers to what has happened.
Sometimes
We
there
need
are
help.
no good answers. But nonetheless, I mean, keeping people alive, everyone's alive, no one's dead except for Neil, but that's kind of to be expected. So, I mean, kudos, you're winning at that at the moment, so yay!
Yeah.
Then, of course, last but certainly not least in today's roster, we have none other than our dear friend McBluff, playing the role of the vivacious Viv.
Hi, Dad. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm happy you called them vivacious because that's why I called them Viv. It's the Latin prefix for lively. So,
Well, I
as-
didn't know that's why you named it that way, but yes, my vocabulary is good, so thank you. Tell us about Viv.
Okay. Okay, Dad. I promise I will. Just a second. Got thrown off a bit. So yeah, Viv, as the name suggests, is a very lively little trickster troublemaker of sorts who likes to navigate the world through play and games. So whether that means they're taking on a little roguish attitude and they're doing a little sneak, or they are mutilating a poor flower, it really depends on the moment, you know? But they're having fun, which is what really counts.
Indeed it is. And last but not least, sir, not appearing in this film, is our dear friend Elink, the half-dwarf elven druid, played by our dear friend Nick, who is currently at a convention over in Melbourne at the moment. So we wish him all the best. We hope he enjoys his sleep, because it's late over there. But yes, we will see him when he returns. Where am I at next?
Donations.
Donations! That's right. Thank you so much, Good Guy. Guys, the Dead Aussie Gamer is a creature that is in fact made of meat and blood and bones and all this other stuff. And unfortunately, part of this stupid mortal coil is the requirement for me to continue to procure sustenance and keep a roof over my head in order to continue this existence that I live. And in order to help me do this, guys, I want to invite you behind the GM screen to come and have a bit of fun with us, and through your support, helping me live and continue to do this full time, we are going to have a bunch of stuff for you guys to play with. Starting off with channel points. Guys, just by watching the show and lurking, or even, participating in the chat as we go, you guys will earn channel points that can be used to influence the game as we play. These can be used for insight bonuses, inspiration, divine intervention, and a whole bunch more, so go check those out. And subscribers, you guys get to earn channel points even quicker than those who are not subscribed. So, hey, get the subscription. Why not? Then, of course, those of you who have a little bit of extra cash that want to help good old Daggerino eat solid food, we have a number of rewards that are far more tangible and have literally come to save the day, and of course doom my players from time to time. For $5, you can donate a red mark to my players, which is a hero point, or a purple mark to me, which is a jinx point. Hero points can be used by players to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. The purple marks are used as jinx points in order to either counteract hero points, have the bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate a situation ever so slightly. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks that I have in front of me. The first deck is a heroic action deck. There we go. And the heroic action is a powerful free action you will provide to a player of your choice. The second deck you can choose from, if you don't want to pick from that one, is of course our plot twist deck. The plot twist deck is filled with an assortment of random plot twists that we will throw into the course of today's game, and we will allow you guys to pick one of the three cards that I will draw from this deck, and that gets played. For $20, we have the coveted golden natural 20, which of course is a natural 20, because why the hell roll a nat 20 when you can just give someone one? Then, of course, we have our $50 donation, which is a magic item or a boss buff. Magic items get given to a player of your choice. This is either a homebrew item that you design, a homebrew item I design, or a item from my player's wish list that get to go to them. Alternatively, the boss buff will make an encounter even more difficult, whether it's by increasing the boss's difficulty themselves, or changing the environment, or even the stakes of what the group is dealing with. Then that becomes a whole other mess of things. Now, last but not least, we have our $100 secret menu item. The $100 secret menu item is a big old massive donation, which comes with not only a massive thank you and a huge courtesy from the good old Dead Aussie Gamer, but the $100 donation is one of those big, ever-changing situations that basically change the scope of what we do. It is also a huge donation that helps me out and, of course, helps fund a lot of my things like my trips overseas, etc., etc., etc. Now, this is a multi-parted donation series. For those of you who do not know, our heroes are currently in a quest where they are attempting to free an individual from this book here. It is called Seeker's Guide to Twisted Taverns. Now, this book is chock full of just amazing ideas for different tavern types. And there are so many different versatile characters and quests and plots. And because the group ended up in a town that is relatively quiet, I decided on a whim to introduce Poor Larry's, which is a tavern from this book. And our group has currently been embarking on that quest for the last week or so. For the $100 secret menu item, I am going to introduce the character, the titular character on the cover of the book, which is, of course, a woman by the name of Seeker. Our group is going to have an encounter with this individual and acquire her staff, the Seeker's staff, which will allow them, for every $100 donation, to attune to a different tavern from this book, which they can freely teleport to and from with the use of the staff. This can be used to protect them and keep them safe. This can be used to summon allies that they make from the tavern. This will allow them to also, rest safely if they potentially want to. There's a number of really cool things that'll happen there. But it'll only attune to whichever the Seeker staff attunes it to, which means, if, for example, the first place they'll have is Larry's. Larry's does have a little bit of a proviso in that for this particular adventure, when you teleport via the scepter, you cannot leave the tavern. You have to go to the tavern and then back where you came. You can't, walk out the door. So yeah, Seeker's Encounter is our $100 secret menu item. Now, rest assured, it will not be the only time Seeker will come up. Likely she will come up later on the adventure, but I figured, you know what, everyone's been having such a good time with Larry's stuff. Honestly, I would be thrilled to introduce you to some of the incredible and wonderful ideas that are churning in this book. And to give you a bit of a taste at some of the stuff that you might be dealing with, have a look at this tavern here. This is called the Wilderback, and it is an Aztec tavern on the back of a colossal creature that has an entire ancient city built into its body. You have taverns such as the Treetop Tavern, which is a tavern at the height of an elven glade covered in all sorts of magic and wonders. You've also got taverns like the Grand Shanty, which is actually a sailing vessel, avast.
That's awesome.
As they sail around from coast to coast, doing exactly what pirates do, but at the same time also being a tavern. And of course, even cultural places such as the Teapot Temple are also listed in this book here. So there are just so many amazing ones there in this book that we'll get to go and explore. Cool.
Nice.
So, I think I'm done. Is that it? Credit award nominations are out there now. Yay. Hopefully I'll win. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're done. We're good. Let's get started, shall we? All right. Without any further ado. When last we left off our heroes, they began to make their way through the farmlands on the outskirts of the Wildwoods in search of information surrounding a mysterious entity known as Kaneepo the Slim. It was believed that Kaneepo was the one who had manipulated Bolin, the renegade Oaken steward, into his quest to try and reactivate the dread curse known as the Obnubilate curse, one that killed all the elves who entered into the Sevenarch region. Kaneepo is supposed to also have the Shade Wither key, a key that apparently has the ability to open the Aedara, the gates that our heroes lost 8 months traveling within. So right now our heroes are investigating and learning to try their best to find Kaneepo so they can acquire the key at the very least. Here on the outskirts of the forest, you found a town which was quite a quaint and little town run by a woman by the name of...
Abilene?
Abilene, thank you.
Aberlina.
Abilena.
Abilena.
Yes, Abilena
Abilena
Choi.
Choi.
That's the one. There she is. Now, as she has informed you very, very clearly, the town has been dealing with Kaneepo the Slim for many, many years, and has done their best to try and keep people safe. Light, for example, in the middle of the night is banned. People try not to talk too loudly, but they share stories about Kaneepo the Slim. And, that's basically about it. She also put in a good word for you at a place known as Poor Larry's, a small tavern that is run by its proprietor, given by the name, named Larry. But things are not exactly as they seem. You see, Larry is quite a strange individual. While he's very chipper as best he can be, there's a lot of tragedy surrounding poor Larry. His wife killed by Kaneepo, his children not with him any longer, him the only staff member working this tavern the long hours, providing not only the food, the accommodation, the cleaning, the housekeeping, everything done by this one poor man. And he charges next to nothing to stay within his home, within his inn. Sorry. But slowly but surely, our heroes started to unravel a mystery. They started receiving these strange callings, these rhythmic tones and rhymes. They started hearing the sound of a child crying up in the loft just above Larry's main dining area. Now, as our heroes have worked as hard as they can to deal with poor old Larry, they have also started learning more about Kaneepo the Slim and their influence in this local town. They have learned slightly to the north is where most of the sightings happen, and where most people will simply disappear without a trace. They believe wholeheartedly that if Kaneepo the Slim were to be found anywhere, likely it would be in such a place. But will our heroes leave, journey, and find Kaneepo? Or will they return to poor Larry's and try to free him from whatever ill fortune, misfortune, superstitious curse grips him? All right.
So, Jack, may you check direct messages real quick?
Yes, you may. As soon as I put that there. By the way, this is actually the artwork for Poor Larry's. See?
Ooh.
See, it's actually got the Larry and Sons
It
crossed
says
out.
Larry. Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. Now let's get that music going, shall we?
I forgot. We also talked about there was a third person we were possibly going to see, weren't there? Wasn't there?
Was there?
Third person.
Yeah, it was like, well, we were at Larry's, Larry
Oh,
said
like
to go
a-
talk to this other lady, but then he also said to go possibly talk to Averlina.
Was it little
I
Timmy's
thought there was
mom?
another house. I
Uh,
think so,
Li-
yeah.
Little Timmy was one of the quest givers on the board.
Yeah, so there were a number of
Yeah.
quests
Yeah.
that you were given that were on the board. You were looking into them as best you can. Specifically, these quests were...
I've got it in front of me, Doug, if you want me to save you.
I have it in
Looking
front of me
up.
too.
You want me
the-
to save you?
There is a the wanted of they want someone to start growing some fresh greens for a tavern across the street. There is little Timmy, whose dog is missing. Farmer Todd, whose chickens have gone out. Larry, who has a call for who's got a call for performers, and that is all. Now, I believe you did a performance with Larry's and got free drinks out of him.
Yep.
And a spooky riddle.
And
Uh,
a spooky riddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Viv would say, I know we're like we're busy, but I think we should help Larry before anything.
I think so too.
I don't know how, but he seems really lonely, and I think that's making it all worse. Like he can't really get out of it if he's so lonely. So maybe if we're there to help him, it'll make it easier for him to get out of whatever's holding him.
I think whatever is happening in this to Larry is also possibly what, like, maybe he, because with the town rules and everything that's going on, maybe something happened to him, that maybe he broke a rule or something, and I don't know. But I feel like helping him might help the town also. Maybe.
So, what do we do first? Do we go back to
Well-
the inn and see if there's anything there, or do we sleuth around the town?
We might find some clues around town. I mean, there's also the matter of those lyrics that me
Well,
and Lushara saw.
if we are going to help Larry, I suggest we start with that child's room that we saw up in the inn.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I
Now,
remember there was also a quest for Larry's garden, wasn't there?
no, the tavern
Yeah,
across the
wonderful.
road from him.
Oh,
Now,
got it.
if your intention is to go back and to investigate the childish laughter that seemed to come from Larry's upper levels, then I will remind everyone of the riddle. While on stage, words came and began to be spouted out of Arseni's mouth. Bound by blood, by sweat, by tears, poor Larry shall live 10,000 years. Those who seek to set him free, they shall answer soon to she. Ladioth, body of decay, as with her body, so rot shall they. Sister of the walking behemoth, Ladioth, Ladioth. Then later, Lushara, while traveling in the corridors of Larry's home and inn, was presented with words that came like a dream. Save by tears, by blood, by sweat, sweet Larry is relieved of his debt. Those who sought to set him free, they won the game and let him see. Ladioth release control and make sweet Larry whole. Ladioth, Ladioth, release the child wrapped in cloth.
Well, from what I remember of everything that those strange sayings, is that there's definitely child involved. And if I recall, on the paintings we've seen of the family, the baby's face is always scratched or smudged.
Hmm.
So I'm leaning toward investigating the children's room to see what's in there. Maybe there are clues there for how we free him from whatever pact he's in. It sounds like he made a deal,
Hmm.
unwitting or not. Um,
Mm,
Man,
I have a question.
The Viv.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. Like, so in the rhyme, it said, what was it? Larioth?
Ladieoth.
Oh, Larioth. Okay. Oh, okay. Viv remembers pronunciation. Oh, I thought it said Larioth, and I was gonna suggest that maybe that was Larry's sister, Larioth, but no, it's a different word entirely. Okay, never mind.
I assume Ladlioth is whomever
Larioth is indeed his own patron.
Larioth, really
is the being that Larry has made some sort of agreement with, whether he remembers or not.
Was the door locked to that room of his child, or did
It was
he
locked.
try to go in?
It was locked. Ellen looked through the keyhole, if you remember,
Yeah.
and described it.
Yeah.
It was basically like a nursery type room.
Aelith, did it look like there was a window in that room?
Yes, it did.
Ellen clicked through.
Aelink
Yeah.
is the one who
Oh,
looked through,
Aelith.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, it was pitch black.
Yeah. Quite dark. I would much rather obviously investigate during the day for some clues and probably
Is
whatever we need to do will
Larry
be
gonna let us though?
Viv?
Okay. Okay. New question.
Sorry.
New question. I have new question. Okay.
Alright.
The song that you sung, Arsene, you said, bound by blood, by sweat, by tears, right?
Right.
And then
Which I have none of.
Lushara, you saw saved by tears, by blood, by sweat. So what if it's like an order thing? Because there was blood on the knives, and like weren't there like weeping pictures? They were like weeping black ink. So maybe it's something about the order of how things happen that we have to set everything up.
By sweat, by blood, by tears.
So he would be
Or
saved
what
by
was it?
tears, by blood, by sweat, and he was bound by blood, by sweat, by tears. I don't know. This could be nothing, but wording seems very important in this situation, so I thought I'd throw it out there.
That was awesome. That is great.
Well, it's definitely referred to as a game with this being.
I like games.
Yes, but I think this is more of a deadly kind of game, so we should be quite careful.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, not the fun kind of it.
Also, I don't know if
Well,
Larry's
not
gonna
fun
open
for
up to
us, fun
about-
for this being, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe if they think it's fun, maybe we just have to show them that hey, it's not fun for everybody. But they seem really angry. Like the verses make them sound very angry.
Well, depending on where the being comes from, they have a different code that they live by than us regular folk.
What if we asked
Anyway.
Larry?
Oh,
What if we asked Larry about this poem?
What's I was saying? I don't even know if Larry will bring it up. He seems to be a little bit ignorant about what's
he also
happening.
seemed to deflect questions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if we say we're trying to help him, maybe then he'll not deflect.
I mean, we could always ask. There's no harm in asking, I guess. But we don't know what'll happen if we ask.
Well, we don't know a number of things, such as the other parameters of said agreement he's under. We only know how he got into it and how to get him out of it. I know he's deflected before when we asked about the knives.
Well,
It's up to you. We
never asked him who Ladia or what Ladias was.
could
But that was
always
also just kind of direct, so.
have some of us talk to Larry and distract him with information gathering, and the rest of us could sneak upstairs and see if we can get into the room.
I can cast invisibility on someone, and I could ask, and then I could see if I could play more music for him. I could play something different if you wanted to hear something else.
Well, I think if you just keep him downstairs, we don't need to be invisible upstairs. We'll just pretend we're going to.
True.
he doesn't seem
rest.
to notice much either way, really.
Yeah.
Also, we're probably gonna meet Ladioth at some point.
We don't even
Does
know
he-
if Ladias is a being or just a concept or something.
Well, we're gonna answer to him, I guess.
True.
So I imagine there's somebody. Or they're like I don't know. It's a lot of questions, but I think we should go back to the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could also say we were staying another night, because I mean, technically, we could always stay here as long as we'd like. I'm sure Larry would love the service.
All right. Shall we split up a little bit to gather information? Do some of us want to talk to Larry about Ladioth and whatever information they can guide in there and act as distraction as well, while the rest of us go upstairs and see if we can get into the room and look for clues there?
Lushara,
Yes.
could we check the drawings as well whenever we get back?
Yes, let's go look at the drawings first and then decide what we want to do. Does that sound
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there and then we can decide what's next.
All right.
Okay, so
You begin to make your way back to Larry's. Now, you mentioned splitting up, but all of you are going back to Larry's?
I think
Yes.
splitting up meaning some of us are going to talk.
Yeah,
to
no.
Larry,
Some of you talk to Larry, some of you... Yeah, but I just want to make sure no one's going elsewhere, All right.
Yeah.
You arrive back, and Larry welcomes you again. Oh! Back again, are we? I forgot his accent. Did I...
He was very sad.
It was very sad.
yeah, it's just sad.
Oh, no, there we go. Okay, now I've got it now. Ah, well, it's good to see you all back again so soon. Did you manage to get what you were looking for in town?
I mean, we got some answers, but at the same time, I think we're gonna need to stay another night. Is that okay?
Oh, aye, of course, it'll be my pleasure to keep you up for another night.
Awesome. I mean, great.
How
much was it again? I think you said it was a copper, or was it a silver?
It was a copper piece.
I will pay 1 copper.
Could
It
you
was
help
a
me again?
copper per room.
Yes. No, well, no, a copper for the boardroom.
Ah.
Oh.
I paid the copper. Oh, really? Are you sure? We can do a copper per person.
Oh, well, no, it'll be perfectly fine. I promise you. After all, we do have very meager accommodations, but they've been cleaned up special just for new visitors, of course.
Mm.
It's a fantastic deal. Thank you. Yes.
You're most welcome.
And then Lushara is gonna side either us. Like, should we go up and look at these pictures now that we've announced our
Hey, Bill
our
Ritar,
get
you said you needed a drink. Is that correct? You think we came to get some more drinking? And...
Trying to start me off a bit early, are you?
Never too late.
What
Or
What
never too
nefarious
early.
plans do you have?
Wait, Schoolie, did Bilrotar ever stop?
Well, he slept.
He's just been sleeping in the night.
Yeah, he had
Or
an
drinking
IV
in the
drip.
This is, yeah, this is straight up IV drip of like alcohol all the time.
He's just always sober because it's like it'd be weird if he was actually sober.
He has bloodness alcohol content levels.
Well, if it's a drink, if it's a drink you'd be wanting, then old Larry's got you covered.
You got anything new you're cooking up?
No,
Like any new drinks you'd like? I mean,
no.
okay.
Just straight up, no. Nope,
No.
all the same stuff from yesterday.
Do you play any music?
No. I'm afraid I don't.
You never tried? Did you want to try?
Do I
It's
want
fun
to try? Do I want to
as
try
I show my
playing
violin.
some music?
Yeah.
No, I can barely hope. I can barely hold on to several mugs of ale, let alone hold a tune.
Oh, I'm sure that's not the case. Why don't you give it a try?
He sort of looks at you up and down. He's a little bit, nervous. Make a diplomacy check.
In the meantime, Lushara is going to start heading upstairs because she
I'm
has
gonna
no
hero
idea what
point
this
that.
Yeah, no, he says.
I'll go with Lushara.
There we go.
Oh, you want to
20.
hear? Okay, cool. Very good. Let me.
Yep,
let
I
me-
hero pointed.
Let me quickly hero point that.
Yep.
Okay, Lashara, you make your way towards the stairwell leading up. So yes, Arsini, you are chatting with Larry and convincing him to go up, which is not going very well. Meanwhile, Lashara, you've made your way to heading to the stairs.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. Christina has donated for our lovely chat as well. We have a plot twist and a hero point for Lushara and Aelith. Thank you very much, Lushara and Aelith. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay. So as you hear the sounds of Larry protesting, but of course Arsini being very insistent, you begin to make your way towards the back stairwell that leads up. At the moment, you don't hear anything coming from within Lashara. Is anyone else going with Lashara?
I am.
Okay, so anyone else? Or just the two of them?
I think Viv
So-
said
Detective work.
And
Time
Viv?
to do detective work. Yeah.
All right, and Viv.
Yep.
detective work.
All right, done and done. Bilrata, you are just at the bar with Arsini having a drink.
Yep, probably heckling Arseni more than anything else, depending on how well his playing goes.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Heckling? Okay.
All right, you hear the sounds of the somewhat rowdiness coming from your teammates. As you make your way up, you eventually come
Do you
to.
want to put your finger? No.
Oh, no, he's still not
Gonna
really.
teach him.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's just not interested.
Mm.
Yeah, he's there's a reason why he has the want sign. All right. You come to the door, and you see that it is indeed quite firmly locked, with the keyhole, just kind of like, again, the only sort of source of vision into the room behind you.
I
There's
think we
pieces of
wanted
the
to go
keyhole.
look at the children's drawings as well before, I think, if I recall, Viv.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I
Yeah.
think it was didn't really have a hierarchy of it, but at some point check out the drawings.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, yep.
So,
You can
if-
go check
if-
out the drawings.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's visit those again.
Heading over to the small sitting area, you eventually come to the portraits that happen to be there. They seem to all depict the various members of the family: 2 sons, a wife, and an infant daughter.
Oh, it's 3 sons.
Was it 3 sons? Hold on one moment.
I think so.
It might be. Let's see. There is
Also, is Aether still upstairs, or are you
Frederick,
coming with us to the drawings?
Jacob.
Aleph came with us as well, Viv.
Yeah, no, there's Frederick, there's Jacob, and then there's his wife, Nova.
I thought you said Jericho as well at one point. Yeah. Frederick, Jacob, Jericho, his youngest. and
Oh,
little
no, there
Luna,
is
his
Jericho.
daughter.
Sorry, you're right. There is a 3rd son. No, my apologies. Yes, there is a 3rd son, Jericho. Yeah, so 3 sons and a daughter.
And you still have to do Christina's plot twist.
Oh, yes, sorry. Thank you. Much obliged. Okay, Christina, your 3 plot twists, which you will get to choose from, are the earworm. Ooh, that's an interesting one. The worst day ever. Or come on, you. A love triangle. So those
The
choices
first two
are
are very fitting.
an earworm, worst day ever, or love triangle.
Now I know what happened to Larry.
Neil.
No, it's...
Neil.
Sorry.
Oh,
Alright. Oh, fun. That's fun, Christina. That's a fun choice.
Yeah, I'm
Getting
curious now
away
how
fun.
that works in somewhere.
I'm assuming this is because the plot twist is still mixing with the flashback cards.
Okay. Well, that's what we're doing now. And yes, they are.
Alright.
But you know what? I like them.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Love triangle.
when we're in the room with the with the
With
drawing.
the
Yeah, Viv will kind of excitedly turn to Aelith and she'll say, okay, so Lushara and I looked at them last night, and Lushara saw
Mhm.
something, and then I saw it, so I want to know, can you see it, or is it just, like, because it was Lushara first, and then I kind of found it afterward, but can you see it? The thing. The word.
oh. Oh, you mean I think I was caught at the end. There was a spot that if you stare at it, at least for me, that's what got the rest of the poem in my head.
Yeah, so I didn't get that, but whenever Lushara pointed out the little pin dot, I could see it then. So about you?
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look over these drawings, and then I am going to find the spot that they're referring to and see what happens.
All right. You take note as best you can, looking and bearing very careful attention. But nothing seems to happen.
Are the portraits in any particular order?
It is in order of like the age in which the portrait was taken. So the younger versions of him seem to be on the left-hand side of the room. The older version and eventually the big family photo, is on the far right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, you mean the I think I was caught at the end. There was a spot that if you stare at it, at least for me, that's what got the rest of the poem in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And if I recall, there was only a smudge on the daughter when, like, being held.
Correct.
Is there anything else in that image to take note of? You know, why is it just the smudge on the baby?
Do you have an
You know,
insight?
is there
bonus
any
if we need it, or we can save it?
Oh no,
Sorry.
the inside check will work.
Okay.
All right. If you have the
Let's see.
the inside check will give you, as you inspect closer, it seems as though Larry has a bunch of unopened letters that seem to be on the mantle beneath the portraits. They seem to be addressed all to Larry, but from his various children. The only child whose name hasn't shown up is his youngest daughter.
Okay. I am trying to find my insight check here. It's under the activities, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I am not.
I don't think you need to roll for it if we use the insight bonus.
Yeah, the
If
insight
that's
bonus
what you're
just gives
trying.
it to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so if we inspect the unopened letters from his sons, are they very old? They weathered? Do they look
No.
newish?
Some of them look quite new.
Interesting. Lushara will point out the letters and be like, I don't know if there's information in there, but I kind of feel strange about rifling through and opening letters that aren't ours.
You
But
said
they
were
seem strangely very new and pristine.
They shall live 1,000 years. And Larios, the body of decay. What if something's keeping decay from reaching this place? For 1,000 years. What if something's keeping everything in one spot?
Well, the tavern was just opened not that long ago, I believe. A few years. And it's already in quite shabby shape, but I don't know if that's just the location
Yeah.
we're in. But these... Did he say that his sons passed? Or did they just grow up and move away? I don't
He
recall.
said that they're not here anymore.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Weren't we told that he just lost his wife fairly recently, but
Yeah.
for as long as he's been here, he's been grieving. That he has looked sad. So, with the Larry shall live 10,000 years, maybe he, his past is much longer than him just being here.
Hard
How
to say.
many- How many vacant rooms are upstairs? Because there's the locked room where the baby's crying from, but are there other rooms?
Yes.
that like aren't ours?
Yes.
Oh God.
What you doing? No. There you
Oh
go.
my god, Larry, you look tired. Oh my gosh.
What in the?
That's Larry, apparently.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
I need a better look at this.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm very happy with how Larry came out. And by the way, in case you were wondering, I
I like
think
him too. I just thought it was
I
funny.
think I did a pretty bang up job.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I did pretty good.
I love
Yeah.
the
It's
Hawaiian shirt.
amazing. It's just the fact that all of a sudden I was looking away from the
It's just
screen
like,
and then I looked back and there's just an
10,000
emaciated
years.
man with haunting eyes.
Oh yeah, he does. That's what I really wanted to capture, right? Like I really wanted to capture his like, just it's like I just didn't want to make him like just this sad kind of face. I wanted to give him
It
like
really sells it though.
the 1,000-yard stare, dirty dish rag, washing, you know, frickin-
10,000 yards there.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Oh God. All right. Viv will suggest we go upstairs and check each room to see if anything indicative of like a child's room is there, or maybe like if any of the rooms belong to the sons or to
All right.
have
Are
any
you
clues
are you
to check
investigating
this?
alone?
No,
I was
I'm going with.
yeah, I was gonna suggest we kind of like go through the rooms and check each.
All right. Lashara, you're going with them.
yes.
Okay.
I'll follow along because I don't really want to open letters that are unopened.
Sure.
I mean, they're sealed.
Mhm.
That seems rude.
All right. Bilritar, as you're sitting at the bar, all of a sudden the door to the tavern opens, and in walks what looks to be a relatively young woman. She is in her mid-30s, blonde hair, very. When I say young looking, she's young looking for her age. And as she enters, she says, "Hello, is this the tavern? Larry's, Lucky Larry's?"
It has Larry's, and I'll glance over at
Larry.
Arsene, still trying
Yeah.
to give him a musical lesson.
I'll say that Larry hasn't seen this person enter yet. He's kind of like listening to Arsene talk about like how to play an instrument and stuff, and Larry's no good. She steps in and she says, "I'm sorry. I know this might be a bit strange, but you're not Todd by any chance, are you?"
I'm trying to think how you play this. Because Todd is one of the names that was on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I knew where you were going with this straight away.
Look, I try my damn best, okay?
To be fair, he's had a few drinks. He might say, "I'm sure it could be." Never
Oh, fucking smooth, mate. All right, let's give you the old diplomacy checkerino then. See how you fare. I'm also gonna roll a random dice just to see, because it doesn't say what, you know, like if she's human or whatever. Random dice. Here we go. Oh,
Yep. I'm so
Alright.
slurring.
all right, hold on. So, human, dwarf, elf, gnome, halfling, other. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d6. If I roll a 6, she is a dwarf, and you get advantage. Okay, you ready? That's a 4, mid-range. So I'd say... Oh, wait, no, it didn't land. Okay, let's try again. Hold on, there we go. 4 again. Yeah,
Go
there you
for
go.
it.
So that's the 4. Okay. With a 4, I'm going to say this woman is a half-elf, right? So, again, slender features, pointed ears, yada, yada. She says... Oh, no. Thanks, but no thanks. She moves a chair over and sort of waits patiently for a drink. Bilrashad, do you want to talk to her any further, or are you happy with your drink? It is up to you. Also, by the way, I will preemptively give consent for the flirtation scene. Understand that, GM, player, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
This is a consensual moment because it is built with the intention of the love triangle card.
Yeah, which is why I went down that approach.
Yeah.
He'd probably try to whistle to grab Larry's attention to then effectively pay for a drink.
Sure. Larry
Not
will
picking up on it.
Larry will see and go, I'm sorry. I need a moment here. Let me just I'll be with you in
problem.
Sorry about the delay. Yeah, no, I'm Larry. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Can I get you anything?
I will provide some entertainment.
And as he's trying to listen to this woman, all of a sudden, what are you playing, Neil?
I'm playing light violin.
You're playing, light violin.
I'm trying to think of the styles.
I was really worried he was going to try and do a serenade.
No.
It's like every time Bilrachad goes to speak, he starts singing a different song. You can't always get what you want. And Bilrachad looks over and he's like, not helping, man. Dude looks like a lady. No, sorry. Okay, I'm done.
I guess like a light upbeat, but quiet song, so it's not interrupting anyone. We're
Okay.
not.
Make
It's
a
not a rowdy.
performance check.
Everybody in there, kind of. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
23.
All right. You know what? You do set a reasonable mood. She orders she'll order a drink. She looks at the board,
First of the night.
which has wet ale, grog, green mead, and poor lemon tree. She will ask for a poor lemon tree just because it's the only thing that doesn't sound like it's moldy and gross. And you watch as Larry comes out with what looks to be a shot of lemon juice, mixes it with a shot of rum, and then puts salt rind on the salt and the slice of lemon into the actual mix. Which, by the way, in case we didn't show it before, looks like that.
Yeah, that actually looks kind of good.
Yeah. Which it does, and she takes it, and it's quite tasty. As she is sitting there, she looks over at Bilrota and says, "Look, I'm sorry, I was a little rude. I actually I got a bit of a blind date thing going on, and I've just been a little nervous. Most people from the town that I'm from tend to know one another pretty well, and way too many people think that they're the woman's gift to Shaylin whenever I walk into a bar, and I'm really sorry. Please let me buy you a drink as an apology for my rudeness." She says, "My name is Judith," and she just puts out her hand to shake yours, Bilrata.
He'll shake back and say, "Didn't realize so many people came from out of town these days."
Well, what drink will you have?
I think it was the
Grog?
green. Yeah, the green.
Oh, the
Yeah.
green mead? Yep. A unique cocktail. A warm mix of mead and green tea. She tells you that she's in town because they currently were doing renovations on her home after a large ogre had stumbled into their town and destroyed a portion of it. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough spare housing in the town that she was from, so this was actually the nearest tavern or nearest inn that would be able to put her up. Though not many people come this way because Larry's got a bit of a reputation.
Reputation, you say?
Mm.
It's very welcoming here to us.
She says, well, I mean, apparently on the surface, but, you know, you're not a superstitious sort, are you?
Laugh in the face of ghosts. I mean, who would believe in the undead pestering the living?
She,
I guess that was a Seldeck.
It was. She says, well, have you ever heard of the story of Kaneepo the Slim? We head back upstairs. We head back upstairs where Lushara, Aelith, and Viv have been searching through the various rooms. As you do so, you find a few of the rooms that seem to be quote-unquote not guest rooms. Let's start with Jericho's room. There's not much to offer here within this room. In fact, it has nicer furnishing and art plastered in this room than any other room in this house. There is a footlocker at the base of the bed, painting supplies, and clothes for a young boy. It looks as though it is caught in time, covered in a thin layer of dust, as if Larry had left this room as is, should his son ever return to claim it. The door to his other kids' rooms are open, as many of them have been turned into guest rooms. So this is both Frederick and the other one.
Jericho?
Jacob.
Oh no, we just did Jericho.
Yeah, Jacob and Frederick's rooms have been turned into guest rooms. You can see that there is Larry's bedroom, and then there is the locked bedroom of Luna.
Okay, so do you want to take this like one room each and then we meet up? I don't know how long we have until Larry may come up.
I think we should focus more on this locked bedroom.
I think
Okay.
so too. On Luna's room.
Yeah.
Okay. The room appears locked. How do you wish to enter?
Let's see.
Can anybody lockpick?
I'm looking to see what I have available.
Yeah, I have
Right.
thievery.
Thievery
I
is
have
what you
a
use to open locks.
Give it a whirl.
I could
give it a
attempt to
whirl.
lockpick.
You
Give
do
it a
not have any
whirl.
tools. This will make it difficult.
Okay.
If you want, one of you could probably go down. Oh, well, if you guys want, one of you could probably go down and see if Arsini or Bilrata have something that could be fashioned into a lockpick.
Let's see, what do I have? I have a healer's toolkit. Flint.
Yeah. Oh.
What
Yeah.
would we
Yeah,
need to?
maybe one of them downstairs has something like. 'Cause-
Or even,
I'm in. Oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry, I was gonna say, or even if Larry has like an ice pick, that'll also work as well.
Okay, Lushara then will head downstairs
All right.
and
very
see
well.
if Arsini is performing. And Bill now seems busy.
Bilrata is having a very delightful conversation with a beautiful half-elven woman.
Interesting.
What do you do, Lashara?
Where is Larry?
Larry has just finished mixing a cocktail and is getting this woman her key for the evening.
Okay, great. I'm gonna try to slip into the kitchen and see if I can find an ice pick or something.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Make a perception check. Oh, actually, make a stealth check first. My apologies.
Stealth. Yeah, I'm so great at stealth. Oh, okay, not too bad. 19.
All right, with a 19, Larry does not notice you as you make your way around and towards the kitchen. As you begin to search around, you may make a perception check, as can Aelith, please.
No.
17 for my perception.
All right. Hold on a minute. Behave. Sorry, technical difficulties here.
No, that's okay. With your 17 perception check, you do indeed find a series of very, very small tools that could easily be used to use as a makeshift lockpick.
Great. I'll stuff those in my pocket
All right, very well.
and
Head back out.
head back upstairs. Yep.
All right. I just need Aelith's perception check. If you need, I can roll it for you.
Could you please? For some reason, it's not letting me.
Not a problem. Perception check of 14. All right. I would require Lashara, Arsini, and Bilrata. Please mute our call.
All right.
How do I do that? Sorry.
Take off your headphones. Change
Oh,
the device that it's led at, whichever the case is. Okay. Neil, can you hear me? Nope. Cool. There we go. Yep. Cool. All right. So, Aelith, as you and Viv seem to be waiting for Lashara to return, what do you discuss as you guys are on your own?
Aelith?
Yes.
I think you've traveled a lot. Yeah. Have you ever been around here?
I have been near here. I haven't specifically come here. I haven't necessarily had a need that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I haven't ever been around here. I haven't really been a lot of places. But I'm excited I get to see a lot of new things. It just, a lot of them seem to be really scary.
You do recall that you do have a trinket from your travels, should you wish to show Aelith said trinket.
Alright. I'll show it.
Aelith,
I did get this at some point.
do you have a look?
Yes.
Do you have a look?
Yes.
Excellent. As this happens, suddenly a knife is brought to bear into the center of your chest, Aelith. As it sinks into your flesh, I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Oh boy. There it is.
Unfortunate. A 14 is not high enough. As the blade sinks into your chest, your body stiffens, and you no longer are able to feel your arms or your legs. Your eyelids remain shut and open as you fall to the ground, or more specifically, fall towards Viv, who seems to catch you and prevent you from falling. Viv, at this point, quickly moves to drag your body into Jericho's room, the untouched room. A trail of blood seems to lead into Jericho's room. Quickly taking a piece of your clothing, Viv moves over to the window and creates a smear leading away from beneath the bed and to the nearby window, which they then open. Viv then heads out, with dagger in hand, measures very carefully, and places it on her chest as she opens and creates a false wound in her chest and lays down in a pool of blood, specifically your blood. Closing her eyes, she begins to play dead. All right. So, Lashara.
Yes.
You begin to climb the stairs. And when you reach the top, you are not expecting the scene that unfolds before you. In front of the bedroom to Luna, you see Viv bleeding out, a stab wound in their chest. They are unconscious, lying unmoving on the ground.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to run over and immediately touch her and cast stabilize.
As you do so, your hand covered in fresh and warm blood, suddenly, what's the word? You know, the blood is staunched. There is no excess bleeding. The wound is still there, of course, but their life is no longer in peril.
Okay, great. Then I will do a first level 3 action heal.
All right.
Oh no, actually I don't need to do that. Oh yeah, just in case anybody around me is hurt as well.
Sure.
That there's a 30-foot emanation.
As you do so, the healing aura expands from your body, and you watch as the wound then slowly stitches as Viv begins to open their eyes.
Viv, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm just gonna try to pet her hair and pat her shoulder. What happened?
At this point, Arsini and Bilrata, you hear the sounds of that spell going off, and the sounds of Lushara asking if everything's okay.
I just looked at Bilratar.
Yeah. So I'm guessing Laurie's still downstairs with us.
Yes, he is tending to Judith.
So Bill will pass him saying, "We're gonna go and check, see what that noise was." I'm sure you've got your hands full with other guests.
Yeah, no, please do. Let me know if you need anything. As Larry...
I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure they're just messing around. Just want to make sure nothing's got out of hand.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing. He said in a creepy and ominous way. As you make your way up. Okay, at this point, Viv, you are like kind of almost like you. I mean, I imagine you're like embracing, scared, frightened, Lashara.
Yeah. Very disoriented, just kind of clutching onto Lashara, clutching onto her doll.
I set Magnus to purring. Like, we just
Set Magnus to purring. Oh.
Yeah, Magnus is purring. Rabbits can't purr, otherwise I'd ask him to.
Rabbits can nuzzle. Rabbits can nuzzle.
He can nuzzle, but he's staying in my jacket for some reason. He doesn't want to come out.
Oh, he comes out from time to time. He's like, always imagine him perched in the most inconvenient places.
Yeah, sounds right. He's probably on my head then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Lashara.
What happened?
What happened? I don't know.
Where's Aelith? And she's just kind of like stroking your back, like, where's Aelith? What happened up here?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. What were you doing?
We were we were waiting for you at the door. And we were talking about if we'd been around here before, and then
Make a perception check to recall knowledge, and then I will.
Me?
Yeah, and I'll send you a text about it.
Sounds good.
So this is what you remember after that incident. Okay, what'd you get for your perception? Not great.
They are
Okay.
not feeling good. They
Cool.
are disoriented.
Okay, so this is the vague image you got of what happened.
Okay.
Cool.
At that point, are me and Billitar up there now, or we just showed up?
You
now?
will come up at this point.
Okay.
Bashar,
Is everything
why am I covered in blood?
I found you wounded.
Also,
It was-
sorry, Mac. I don't want to get you out of this. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic. You're doing wonderful.
Yeah.
But when you're speaking, speak towards the mic. If you speak down, we can't hear you as well.
Oh, sorry.
clearly.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. I'm so into this. Keep going. I just want to hear it.
And I think that's
I
broken
just
light.
came up and
Yeah.
and found you on the floor, bleeding. I
I think. Hold on, give it a second. I think you're muted now.
Is this any better?
Yep,
Good
that's
now.
better. That's
Yeah,
better.
that,
Yeah, sorry, Mike's a bit buggy. Need to get
Okay.
a new one eventually.
Yep, that's okay.
Bashar, I think it was Aelith.
Aelith?
We were just talking, and I turned around, and then when I turned back around to look at them, everything went really cold. Everything was so cold. It was so cold.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, we'll find her. Just inspect her.
Well, as you're inspecting,
Anything
Bildertar
else, yeah.
and Arsini show up. As the two of you show up, you hear what is said, and you look around and can notice a few different things here. First of all, there is a knife on the floor. There's blood all over it. It is very difficult to make anything out, but it has definitely been used to stab someone. You also see a trail of blood that leads from the ground here towards Jericho's room.
okay, so a couple of
Oh,
questions.
sorry. Get ready.
The knife in question, does it look like the kitchen knives from downstairs that we saw coated with blood from the night before?
It looks very similar, yes. In fact, almost identical.
But and we see the blood trail. Very well. So as soon as Bill sees the fact that Viv and Bashar are not in immediate danger because they're up by the locked door.
Yes, they are by the locked
yeah.
door.
Okay. Bill would just do one check to see if the door is actually still locked, just in case.
It is
The
absolutely
one that we're
locked.
at? Yeah.
Yeah, it is still locked.
And then, yeah. You never know. Something might happen. when
That's
everyone
true.
was-
That's true.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
blood unlocks the door. Wow.
All right.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
But then he'll start to very cautiously follow that blood trail.
Give me your weapon, quick, Billitar.
All right.
I'm not using a
Uh,
weapon in here.
Bilrotar.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna cast a spell on it, but
Right.
yeah, no problem.
Survival check as you follow the blood trail.
And I'm gonna follow Billitar.
Okay. Viv, sorry, were you about to say something?
Oh yeah, just for whenever they reach the door.
Okay, they do reach the door.
Okay. then they would hear at that point, "Stop the presses!" And you look over to Viv, and cradled in their arms, the doll is wiggling wildly.
What?
You look at.
Tomfoolery's about! Tomfoolery's about!
You hear shouting coming from the small doll that Viv is never seen without. A small, brown, hemp-looking doll with button eyes and dressed quite smartly is struggling fiercely against Viv. Almost instinctively, Viv drops the doll, who then stands upright, admittedly a little damp from some of the blood that's on the floor, and addresses you all.
Okay, Aelith is alive but very injured in that room. This is not me. This is the mean librarian.
What?
As you
What?
as you say this, Viv's face contorts and starts to take on an angry look. It looks up, and you watch as the eyes, both of them, separate, looking at you all with different eyes at the same time. And as that happens, the face sort of starts to twist and turn, almost like a river of putty. As it squelches forward, it begins to take on this almost leather, lumpy sack of meat kind of appearance, humanoid in shape, but only shape alone. Its hands transform into claws, its clothes even, not real and made of the same leathery, clumpy flesh, as it then reaches up and attempts to attack Lashara. And we're going to go into initiative.
Oh! Oh no!
Dear Lord. All right.
All right. The jig is up! All right. Now, Bilrita. I'm gonna lump this into a bunch of different stuff. Bilrita, you open the door at the time that this happens and can see the blood trail leading out. You do not see any sign of Aelith in there, but the blood trail seems to lead out the window. Arsini, you are by the door, and Bilrita, which is about 10 foot away from Lashara, who is standing next to the faceless stalker. And the tiny doll is at the foot of this creature. Alright. Menu, initiatives. Bada boom!
Nope.
There's everyone's
Like
initiative.
any of this.
Alright.
That was so hard to hide for the first sessions I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's
good.
good.
It's great.
For those of you who have been playing the long game and who have been paying attention, you will notice that ever since the library, Viv has not cast a single spell. And that is entirely because the creature does not have her spells.
I was going to say, bearings in the fact they managed to do that while Belle was supposedly trying to watch and keep an eye on her when she went for a children's book.
Yep. Alright. The creature gets to go first, and we'll begin with a grapple check. Reaching down, it tries to grab you by the throat with a 15. I presume, what is your fortitude save, Lashara?
Fortitude save. Okay, so I just roll that.
No.
No,
What is your fortitude?
that number plus that
Yeah.
number plus 10.
Yeah, it's your fortitude plus 10.
Oh, 16.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna
wiggle
use.
out.
I'm gonna use a jinx point.
Ah!
Oh,
He was so close to hitting
Out
that.
for blood today.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna use a jinx point. I'm gonna reroll that. Let's see if the Ulgolf. Ooh, almost gets to that 20. All right. So
Oh, he got
first
me.
action reaches up and grabs you by the throat.
No.
The following action, they're going to raise their claws to your neck and ready an action. If anyone is to attack you, they're going to try and perform a bloodletting. And
Yeah,
for the
when-
folks at home, here is the
Oh.
creature.
Oh, don't like that.
Like I said, fleshy
Oh,
lump sack.
Wow.
Was not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it was fun to look at that for a
Wow.
few weeks.
Mm.
Also, Doug,
Yeah.
I
wouldn't
remember
that
fighting
be
one
a
of these.
wouldn't that be a crit?
Oh yeah, it is
Oh!
a crit. You're right, that is a crit. All right, so that
10,
is
10 more than your 16, yeah.
That's true. So that is going to be restrained instead of grapple, which means the only actions that Lushara can take is to break free of said grapple. But I also get one of these thingies. All right,
Oh no.
here we go.
I was going to ask, did you ever actually remove Arsene's hero point from that first reroll?
I did, didn't I?
No, I think I still have 2.
Oh, maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Did I remove one from someone else? No?
Actually, no, I don't remember Bill Rotaro re-rolling anything, so
No.
if he had 2, I think.
I think you took it from... I'm guessing Viv got an extra one before the roleplay.
Yeah, Viv did get an extra one.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe I
It was
forgot.
Viv and Lushara, and I thought Bill
It was the
Rotaro
same
had-
time you were adding the ones to Lushara and Aelith, so...
Yeah, that's okay. I'm pretty sure it's fine. All right, so pick a number between 1 to 5. What do we have?
1.
All right. Okay, if they hit you with their claw attack, they will deal triple damage. And that is not including a crit effect if that attack crits as well. So it's triple damage and then whatever it does. Yeah. So
Ouch.
that's the thing. It is holding you hostage as it tells you to stay back. Or I am going to spill every drop of the sweet nectar of this woman's life on this wretched floor. Alright, that's that. Then we have Viv. Or should I say a poopet. Tiny poopet.
Yeah. Alright, let me think.
By the way, what
So,
you're watching
Misha?
as a mouth is like basically like almost like a stitch that kind of like opens up and it's like got like kind of like one of the clappy head things, like type thing.
Mm-hmm. So the Shara is restrained, right?
Yes.
Okay. But let's see. So can't use their hands, but I don't know how I do it, but I because I have a spell called Thoughtful Gift.
Mhm.
You teleport one object of light or negligible bulk held in your hand to the target. The object appears instantly in the target's hand if they have a free hand, or at their feet if they don't.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, do I have anything? Can I just yeet my crowbar at them? But I don't think they can use their hands, so I'm going to use something else instead. Alright, let's see.
You have buttons.
Throw buttons. Yeah, great. Alright, let's see.
Do you have an anvil on you?
Alright, anvil, god.
I think the
I'm
monster
going-
needs some button eyes. I think they might be a little less scary then.
It was okay, so it was, I think I'm gonna try to use daze. I'm gonna try to use daze on our friend here.
Alright, you'll be able to drop days on him in the combat tracker if you would like. So, you watch as this tiny doll begins to form somatic and verbal components as their spell ignites and attacks the Faceless Stalker with a daze. This is a 2-action spell.
They're just gonna look at it and say, "You're made of nothing more than absolute honk family!" And it's gonna try to attack it.
Oh no!
Doesn't
One
matter, it got one in! It got one in,
That
takes
is-
a will save
Do you
too.
get a will save? Oh, as well?
Yeah.
Can you drop that on him?
As a
It does
treat.
damage?
As a treat. It gets it as a treat. Oh, it didn't do it.
Interesting.
Oh, there it goes.
There you go. He fails his daze.
Whoa!
Be an absolute failure, as you always are. As you always are. You know, you couldn't even do pretending to be a kid well. Damn.
Wow, so
Look
mean.
at you. You failed within the first day. Look at you. This is the puppet talking. Okay.
Spicy
Basic
puppet.
will save. Oh yeah. I don't know what the will save is for.
Okay, so here we go.
It's for the dazzled effect.
Uh,
It's also supposed to be
yeah.
as a basic, so
Let's see. Jolt deals mental damage equal to your spellcasting modifier. They must make a will save, which will have. If the target critically fails the save, then it is also stunned. So no. So right now.
I think the 1d6 is for the. Oh, that was just worded weird. I think if they fail the will save, then they take 1d6. I'm not.
No. If they fail their will save, they take the 1d6. But if they save, they take half of that. So it's still fine. It's 1 damage. Yeah.
Got 1 damage. Got 1 damage.
All right. The puppet. Well, you have 1 more action if you want to take it, but that's about it.
Let me see how many actions does this take? I don't think I've actually done this in. How many actions is it to summon Eidolon?
It's 2.
2, I believe.
Oh,
okay.
manifest. I think it's 3 actually.
Oh, is it? Hold on.
Okay.
Let's take a quick look here. Looking at Viv's actual sheet. Eidolons.
I've kept 2 big secrets from the chat this whole time. Look at
Manifest
me go.
Eidolon is 3 actions.
Okay, understood. Then I guess just gonna probably still a bit disoriented, so I was just gonna keep bad-mouthing him.
All right, you keep bad-mouthing him, but as you do so, unfortunately, you have attacked, and you've triggered his readied action.
Oh no.
Lashara,
Can you do that now that he's dazed? No.
that is
Oh.
a critical hit.
Ow.
So, triple damage and another crit card. So, that is
That's a lot of
1 lot,
Yep,
Ow!
no. Down.
which is going to put you on
Is there no
dying.
point to stay up?
You can use a hero point to stay up.
Sure. Yeah. Let's use the hero
I
point.
mean, you have 3.
Oh, I do? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's stay alive.
All right. Well, keeping in mind, we do have some more. So yes, she basically drags her hand across your neck, and blood just pours straight out of you. Your heroic action, however, you duck backwards, leaning back with your neck, so that it doesn't hit your arteries, but it has opened your throat. And I need you to pick a number between 1 to 5 for our second crit.
Oh, let's go with a 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Interesting. Okay. You lose 1d4 of your fingers and become clumsy. 1. This is a permanent effect until you restore or reattach your fingers. So what I'm going to say is, as he's trying to cut your neck, you've put your hand kind of up to protect yourself, and let's see how many that slices off. Roll a d4 for me.
Oh, let's get a 1.
Hey!
Yeah!
There it is. All right. All right. One finger it is.
Oh, yay. That's a
Uh,
scream from Shara.
Roll another d4 for me.
All right. Another 1.
All right.
I don't know if that's good.
It will be your index finger that has been removed.
Oof.
Yep, I rolled it. One was 1, 2, 3, 4 was my count. All right. Yeah, it takes one of your fingers. What did I do that for? I didn't want to do that.
Now there's a real finger on this creature, with the rest is just a bunch of
All right, that is the end of
Oh.
Viv. Aelith, you are underneath the bed. I need another fortitude save from you.
From me?
From Aelith.
Oh, Aelin. Oh, ew.
Aelith, you feel your body starting to come to. You are not paralyzed. You have been downgraded to immobile. So you can speak, you can move, but your legs still haven't, caught up with you yet. You are underneath the bed of Jericho.
And I'm hearing what's going on.
You have heard everything up until now.
Okay. Weakly, she's just gonna call out, I'm in Jericho's room, under the bed.
Anyone respond?
Sorry, what?
Is anyone
So,
responding?
oh, Ayla said she's under the bed in Jericho. Oh, okay, she said it.
Yeah, she
You
said it out
shout.
loud.
Okay.
Trying
Yeah.
to stop blood.
Yeah, likely
Right,
something
that's-
along the lines of, over here! I'm under the bed!
Bill would probably say to her, Sydney, you see to Aelith. I'll get that thing off Lashara.
Do you have any potions on you I can give her? I don't have any potions on me, except the undead life ones.
Let me deal with the thing first.
Okay.
But
Aelith will
yeah.
have a potion.
Okay. Then I will. Yeah, on my
Hey,
turn. I'll run
yeah,
over.
Aelith will turn around and say, I've got potions! Just get your ass in here!
Okay, I'm on the way.
Alright. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably have done the damage that Aelith took earlier on to... Yeah. Okay, there you go. You are wounded. Alright, Lashara. You are still being ensnared by this creature. One of your fingers comes off and you let loose a yell. I'm going to say that for free, Magnus is going to leap up and just start scratching the eyeballs of the creature, but it doesn't have eyeballs. So Magnus is just going to start swiping. No action required.
Ooh.
Nice.
Alright, Magnus does 5 damage as...
Nice. Okay, so you said when I'm restrained, the only action I can take is to try to break free.
I believe so, but let me also double check. Just so that I'm not giving you a bum steer, because as we know, I am also still practicing and learning more and more about Pathfinder with every single game that we play.
yeah. Also, if you just double click the restrained on your thing, it'll
Oh.
pop up.
Oh, I know, but I want to also find
No,
this.
no, for OG.
Ah,
Okay, yeah. Alright, restrained. You are tied up so you can barely move, or a creature has you pinned. You have flat-footed and immobilized as conditions, and cannot use any action with the attack or manipulate trait, except to escape or force your way out of your bonds. So yeah, more or less what I said. Now, however, you can still
Okay.
talk, you can still do things that aren't considered to be attacking or manipulating.
okay, let me see what this is considered. Would summoning Magnus's alternate form be considered a manipulate?
No, that would be a command.
Great. I'm going to use a focus spell and command him with Varush to send him into his fire cat form.
Alright, with a giant flaming... You now have in your service none other than a giant flaming kitty cato. Did I...
Okay. Yay.
Did I do...
And that burns things when it's summoned, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does. Doesn't it?
In a 5-foot radius except me.
Yep, so that is just this creature at the moment. So it needs to make a reflex save. What is your class DC?
Class
Never mind, it
DC.
critically fails.
Good.
Pick a number between 1 to 5.
1, because that was really awful for me.
All right, here we go. The explosion... No, actually, because he's a faceless stalker, that won't affect him. Let's try this one. Oh, dang. He swings wildly and blindly. He is going to release you from your ensnarement as the explosion has temporarily blinded him.
Okay.
Making all the noise appear.
And roll, how much damage does the explosion do?
Magnus, where is your character sheet? 1 second. Characters. I haven't had to use them in this form yet. Okay.
That's okay, we can make something up if we need to.
I don't know if it. Where would that be?
If you go to player, the player tab on the right, then characters, it may pop up in your little cache alongside Lushara.
Yeah, I
Who's his
have
character
his
sheet?
up. I'm just looking for that special effect. Which I am not seeing on here. I don't think we added it here. Yeah, I don't see it on his character sheet.
Okay.
What damage he does. I just remember that it was 5 foot radius. So anyone who's next to him.
Okay.
I think at most it would be 3d6 fire.
I'll say 1d6 for every 3 levels.
Alright. So that would just be 1d6 for now. Okay. How do I roll it on him on the
Roll it in
monster?
the combat tracker.
Oh, okay. Alright. That's 2 points of fire damage.
Alright, 2 points of fire damage. Not happy, not impressed, very, very unhappy.
Magnus is really mad. And now that I'm free, I'm going to use whatever actions I have left to
2
move
actions.
away. Okay, cool. I'm going to use an action to get out of reach of this thing.
Very easy to do. You move over to where Bilrotar is, placing the dwarven stout barbarian between you and the creature.
Yeah. And then that might be all I can do for now.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
After that, we
Oh,
go
actually, no. I can do Stoke the Heart on Bill.
Is that a one-action
That's
spell?
It's a one action focus spell.
All right. You once again begin to cast and conjure your spell as Bilrotar feels his heart start to be stoked by the flames of battle.
Yes.
Arsini, you're up.
Alright, well, I run back to the room to get Aelith out from underneath.
You drag Aelith from
from
below
bed.
the bed. As she grabs onto you to stabilize, you can see that she has received a stab wound to the chest. It's not life-threatening, but likely a poison was applied.
Ooh. I don't really have anything for poison. Are you feeling alright, Aelith? For now? How are you looking? I guess I can.
You're muted.
Not really feeling the best right now.
Does it look like she's constantly losing blood, or is it just kind of
No,
like?
no. Just
Okay.
she was wounded and that's it.
So as one move actual to move over. You think you're okay to fight?
I will manage it.
Okay, because we're gonna need that bow of yours as I slap magic weapon on her bow.
Alright, you release her in order to cast magic weapon on her bow. Aelith immediately falls to the ground and is now prone.
I thought I stood her up.
You did.
Oh. Can
Her
she
legs
not
aren't
move her
working.
legs? Oh.
Remember that thing I
Poison.
said?
You said she was poisoned. You didn't say her legs weren't working.
I did.
I didn't hear that.
You said it a bit earlier.
I did
Oh.
said it earlier.
I-
Not just yet. Yep, you helped her to
If
her
it was
feet.
when my headphones were off, then I didn't hear that.
No, it wasn't when her headphones were off. But yes. You're like, oh, whoops.
Yeah.
You lean down and then you cast magic weapon
Sorry.
on her bow. All right.
Yeah, I
Done.
guess
That's it.
I'll try to just hold her up.
Yep.
So she can use it.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. You've gone in.
No,
helped
next
her
turn.
up, and then next turn.
I
Yeah.
said next.
Yeah.
yeah.
Vilratar, you're up next.
Right, so this thing's effectively at the end of the corridor by the locked door.
Yep.
Now by itself.
Yep.
With
Well,
also-
with Magnus.
with Magnus
Oh yes,
distracting
yes,
it.
correct.
Very well. So my plan is, and I know you hate this, I'll unsling the great sword, put it down point first, as I charge at it to effectively try to pin through it into the door behind. To
Ooh.
lock it in
Okay.
place.
All right. I'll take a hero point for that one, and allow you to add onto your attack the ability to instigate a grapple. You'll make the attack. You'll deal the damage with your attack. Then after which you'll get a free grapple attempt. This will not count towards your 3-action economy. Actually, what am I doing? Just use your 3-action economy. Ignore me. Just,
Yeah.
yes, one move, attack, then grapple. So move, attack, make your attack roll. I love Pathfinder. I don't need to make up rules. They just exist. Very nice. Wham! You pierce into its body. Deal your damage. And then make a grapple check.
That's about tab.
Alright, you manage to pin him to the wall behind as the blade passes through its body and hits the door on the other side.
Yeah. And then, for free, you'll just get a very angry growl in its face.
Alright. As the barbarian growls and snarls at the face of the stalker, Aelith, we're going to go to you real quick as, oh, okay, Viv, you have a insight bonus. You have like a minute to use if you would like to. If you have any questions you would like answered, you may ask them now. Okay. Now, as the blade sinks in and has pinned them, Aelith, we come to you. You have the bow in hand as you use it to prop yourself up and try to raise to your feet. What would you like to do?
Since she can't stand or walk on her own, she is going to, if we're close enough to the bed, she's going to sit on the bed and rummage through to find one of her healing potions. And so I'd like to take a healing potion to see if that'll help a bit.
Absolutely. You reach into your pocket, pull out one of your red drafts as you open it up and chug it down. It does heal 7 points of healing. You feel a lot better as you throw the bottle to the ground. You have 2 more actions.
Okay. Am I able to stand? Or I'm going
you are
to
currently
attempt
standing.
to stand. Okay. Okay. Well then, I'll move towards the door. As I'm going, I'm drawing an arrow, so then I can proceed to fire at this. At what attacked me.
All right. You look at the creature. You look down at the puppet that proclaims themselves to be your companion, Viv. You believe wholeheartedly in the words of your friend, and you take aim, launching a strong arrow directly towards this faceless abomination. It passes by both Bilratar, Viv, and Lushara, actually. And roll your attack.
So you get a +1 for magic weapon. Oh.
That will not help.
That
Yeah,
won't
that
help.
All right, that is a
No.
critical fumble. Pick a number between 1 to 5.
Do you want to use a hero point for that?
Let's go 3.
1, 2, 3. It's just called whoops. Ooh, I like this one. All right.
Not a teammate.
The arrow flies forward, and as it does not puncture the creature, but instead stabs into the door belonging to the small child. The doorway is suddenly shook because through some accidental miracle, you blasted through that lock, causing the handle and the locking mechanism to blow free of the door, swinging it open. As this happens, beyond the door to the room that is said to belong to the child of poor Larry, the bartender, is instead what looks to be a pink bedroom, dressed much like one would an infant's bedroom. A small wooden crib in the corner by the window. Starry wallpaper on all sides, slowly peeling. 2 rocking chairs facing this crib. Children's toys scattered about the floor. A mobile with various small fluffy birds kind of circling around this crib. And a painting of Larry and his wife, slightly ajar, hanging on the wall so that the crib can see it at all times. You think for a moment, as you all stare in stunned silence, not knowing what to expect beyond the door itself. But that is when it happens. The wallpaper peels and starts to curl like a great amount of heat is pouring onto it. Large, strange-looking appendages begin to bleed from the strange, decaying wood rot that exists behind the wallpaper. As these tendrils begin to move across the floor, they slither like veins of inky blackness towards you. They reach up, and like several several lashes of a whip, they begin to reach out and ensnare the creature with no face. It wraps around its throat. It wraps around its arms and its legs. With several twisting, jerking motions, it begins to pull and twist in different directions. Were it not for the shape-shifting nature of this beast, it would be dead in an instant as this creature is being pulled and dragged into this room. As it does, it leans on the ground, scratch marks into the floorboards as it pulls into the room of the little girl. It tries to make noises, but more of these lashes grabbed by the face and by the mouth as it disappears, twisting, bending, breaking, and eventually slamming into that wall. And if anyone's seen Aliens 2, you know what's about to happen here, as it is slowly sucked into the tiny cracks and crevices in the wall, before disappearing. The wallpaper then whoosh, slamming back up against against the wall. The rocking chairs now furiously rocking back and forth, slowing. The door slamming shut as the ink tendrils recede back into the room. The claw marks left by the creature suddenly heal along the floor. The blood belonging to Aelith disappears, and the room, the corridor, is almost the same as it was before this conflict. You take a moment in stunned silence, especially Bilratar. And as you do so, you breathe a very brief sigh of relief. Does anyone wish to say anything?
That was. What just
Bill will
happened?
just look over his shoulder. Nice shot.
Yeah.
What's
I
that name?
missed. I
And at this
missed.
point, there is a sound that you all hear
Uh-oh.
as you hear. Come on, where is it?
I assume you notice what someone in chat has also done, Dak.
Oh, yeah. All right. You hear the.
Are you allowed to do that in our
Not
own
someone.
group?
Yeah, not
You hear-
someone.
I
School
found
guy,
out we
not
can, yeah.
You hear-
someone.
You hear the following.
Curated on our Wednesday game.
A lot. Okay, let me try that one more time. A gunshot sounds from the corridor. And there, standing in the corridor,
Uh-oh.
you see a farmer with a very, very large Giselle rifle. He looks at Bilratar, and Bilratar, you look down at the place in which you'd been shot. As Farmer Todd turns and says, "No one messes with my women." Love triangle! And next week we're going to have a boss fight with Farmer Todd.
Oh my god!
No, I have 1 hit point and a missing finger.
That's the
Why?
best time to use it. I didn't even think of that. But no, I was. Oh.
All right, well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face, and this is the amazing group of individuals that I play with every week. Now, guys, if you're in chat here, you guys know that this is the time of day that we have very few streamer friends who are currently doing stuff. So instead of raiding, we do dag formations. These are little tidbits to help you guys get through the week and to wish you guys the best from the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. So let me share with you this. The story of poor Larry is one that I find very inspiring. We, all the time, are confronted with so many things in life that will bring us sadness, that will, of course, keep us down. The absence of people and things that we love can weigh in on anyone. People like Larry are an inspiration because despite this, despite the sadness that he feels, he is still running a tavern. He is still there for people, warmly welcoming them and making sure that they are treated as guests and loved ones. The loved ones that we find ourselves, wanting to be around and wanting to have in our lives, just remember to take that time to remember that hospitality you can offer doesn't have to just be for friends and family. You can offer the same type of hospitality to a person you share a bus ride with. You can share that with your Uber driver. You can share it by just, telling the person who works the counter at a retail store, hey, listen, I don't know, how your day is going, but I hope whatever it is, the rest of your day goes smoothly and your evening is filled with everything that you want to do in plentiful succession of great successes, like whatever, just, these compliments, these kindnesses, these little things in life can help you turn poor Larry into lucky Larry. So never shut yourself off from spreading that kindness around the place. That's how I feel. Also, how fucking sad does this dude look? I am so impressed at how miserable I made this son of a bitch. It just is.
It's truly astonishing.
It's so good. I love it. I love Hero Forge. Anyway, so yes, guys, I'm here a number of times per week. I will be back in 7 hours for Curse the Crimson Throne. So if you like what you see, hey, give us a follow. Follows that cost you nothing. Costs you nothing. Just hit the follow button. Badoopity. And that's it. And then you get to see more of these adventures. I play almost every day of the week. We got Curse the Crimson Throne on Mondays. We got nothing on Tuesdays, but we have Careful Cantrip on Wednesdays. We got nothing on Thursdays, but hey, we have a new campaign, The Seven Dooms of Sandpoint.
You missed
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Rain
yeah.
of
Oh, and
Winter.
Rain of Winter. I've got Rain of Winter on Wednesday. That's right. And I got Rain of Winter Wednesday. Then Friday we've got a new campaign, Seven Dooms of Sandpoint. Saturday no game, and then Sunday back to your good old friend here. Boom for this. And then also by the by, we are going to be doing on Saturday this week a game with Robert Hartley, GM. We are going to be doing another Pathfinder game where we are going to be playing a max level 20 game as well. So there you go. For those of you in the U.S., deal with it. I'm an Australian streamer. This is my timeline. Fucking eat shit. I don't know. Look, I tell you what, it's the same thing. It's actually really funny, too, because none of my Patreons, except for Tim and Nick, are Australian. Oh, and Bruin, sorry. Tim, Nick, and Bruin. But Bruin doesn't account for this because I don't do daylight savings. And guess what? I don't do daylight savings. It's just not happening. It's never happening on my channel. You guys all adjust
Also,
it.
Matt. Isn't Matt also?
Oh, and Matt. Yeah, and Matt.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just thinking about my recent players because, he's been absent.
Well, he's
lately.
coming back next
But there you
week.
go. Yeah. Anyway,
This week.
guys, thank you for joining us. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Until we meet again, as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks.
Bye, everyone.